I'm battling my equal here. Okay, knight f6, d6, knight d7. Go like this. Don't think this is working. So, a couple things. Knight g5 there leads to some line after queen g6, queen takes g2, which I've been waiting for someone to play. It is a line, but I don't think it should be good. This one, we do have to be moderately careful about. For example, king here, knight there. We're dealing with queen f7 and knight e6, so not that easy. d5 might be the play here, just a solid d5, but then you've got this. So trying to reason what is the smartest move here. It's an interesting position, actually. King e8, knight g5. Some sort of knight move. Whoa. Do you guys see that? I had to play this. I had to just like play it quick. It scared the hell out of me. Do you see that pop up? This is crazy. I can't even sit here and think about what move to play. It was gonna forfeit me. It said auto resign. Oh, Jesus Christ. Auto resign. You know, put some respect on Horatio's name. The guy hit us with an absolute clapper. I had to consider my options there. No, that scared me. I thought we were going to be auto forfeited. Not playing fast enough, clearly. I guess knight g4 here. This one, we gotta probably go there. Maybe queen here, then bishop e5. Oh, this is perfect. It'll look like a mistake. Wait, what? How does he see it? Horatio, the GOAT. How the hell did he see that? Thought that was a guaranteed blunder. Oh my god, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Unfortunately, his move g3 is just, it's going to come back to bite him here. There's oh so many checkmates we can choose from. GG. That scared me earlier. I thought we were going to take an L. Chess.com's not letting me sit here and think, man. Had to put some respect on that. I'm not going to lie. The more I was thinking of it, the more I was like, damn, this is like the only way forward might be forward. So, okay, it's clear that we must be in a good spot here. Knight c5, for example, but I ended up playing it safe. Put some respect on the idea, though. You know, this is what we're working with. And yes, we can defend both, but it's going to have to be a knight move, because clearly this is a huge issue. And the only way to guard this and this is to make it so, because I can't actually do it, is to guard this by covering it, and then guard f7 by making it not checkmate. So for example, knight f8. Right? This is one way to do it. But it just, you know, something about that even felt like I was letting him get too much for his idea, but right? I think that was just the case. So this move is not good. Not something you need to worry about technically, but definitely something I'd worry about the first time I saw it. And this was exactly that. So I think my d5 move is fine. knight c5 to make sure we don't lose a piece here. So maybe d5 is actually the best. But yeah, this does work as well. All right. Knight f3. Let's go d3, knight d2, and e4. Can go c3 as well. It's castle. Just go for all the same ideas. You guys have seen me. It's not a guarantee, this knight g5, but yeah, usually when they put the bishop out, I like to go here and take it. Feels pretty nice. Okay, I think we know that he's going to be trying to long castle, so I'm just going to throw the a-pawn out there. It's impressive, you know, the resolve to still long castle, even in the face of danger like that. You know, I respect that. I respect it. Don't know about this. What we might do is b4, b5. We just have to make sure we don't allow pawn takes in a nice way. Okay. Do you guys believe in a move like this? Or is it too risky? Surely it's correct. Bishop c5 is a menacing type of move. We just have to hope that we're the ones that make the threats first. And I think we are. Yeah. Queen g7, I think we'll take. Don't really have any need for this bishop. We could go back, but I'm kind of worried about that. So this is risky. b5 takes. Rook b1. Are we the ones making the meaningful threats first? I hope so. I hope so. Ooh, okay, you didn't take that. That's probably going to mean that we're doing well here. We can definitely take here, but I have a feeling that we'd almost rather just take the queens off the board for simplicity. Just because this could still get messy with the f2 square there. Bring a rook to the b file. We could also leave the rook on the a file to support a6, but I think this is the way to go. Now I will most likely hang on to that bishop. Okay, goes knight there. It's a very risky move. I kind of played it quickly. And yeah, f2 is just, it's his for the taking. I don't think I can take it back. A little bit too aggro there. Should probably play bishop e3 first for safety. Fortunately for me, and I mean it fortunately, it's not going to matter. King here, rook there, rook c8, and unfortunately that knight's going to drop, so it needs to be knight back to e8. It doesn't get played. Now, bishop e5, and we are going to take this one. It's slightly fortunate that he didn't take on f2 there, although we would have played king h1. I don't think it would have affected the final outcome. We had things more or less under control this game. It's amazing. People, they really are interested in casting opposite sides. So even when you have like a full pawn storm rolling at them, they're like, I don't care. Doesn't matter. It means I'll get a pawn storm on you as well. You gotta respect that type of confidence. Hopefully it's not us that's disconnected right now. Whew. He had me going there for a sec. Sometimes you know, you just start to second guess yourself. Yep, this is successful. Sometimes we see d4 when we do pretty much castle, go for c3. We're still prepared to push these. We just have to add some extra support to that pawn, like queen c2. And yeah, anytime bishop e6 happens without h6, you will see me go after it. Same thing for me. If I play bishop e3, I don't want to allow that, which is why I always play h3 first. Forced. All right, e4 d6. Go with knight f6. We've seen e5 a few times before. We'll just attack this. I'm thinking of bishop c6 here. Looks kind of good. So yeah, anytime someone plays e5, not really gonna, obviously we're not gonna get our same setup, but we're gonna get something that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think we'll go e5. Just once again living in this world where takes and knight g4 is very good. And then, yeah, this also looks pretty promising. Queen e2 seems just about forced, but if we take bishop takes, we win this, which is very good for us. And if bishop takes, I think there's bishop takes on g2. There's also queen takes on b2, so it's kind of a... Yeah, both look very, very good. But yeah, I don't think there's any way you can really get me off of that one. There's a check, we can block it. There's a check, we can block it. I think this has to happen. And rook d8 is coming. I don't know what to recommend. King there. Dang. I see the vision. I see the vision. What else do I see? I see the checkmate. I see it. I see it. GG. The forwards. The obviously king on the run by move 10 is going to be GG. I don't know. There's not much I can say about this in like a very step-by-step way. I reacted a little bit more to the exact moves he made. But in general, I'm a big co-signer of this idea. This is what happens in the lines where they go like this. And this feels pretty good. We always get some nice easy wins. So in this line, I don't know, it's kind of similar. I go here. Obviously, we have a great position. We have two pieces developed. White has none. So terrible opening by white so far. But yeah, this is kind of the same idea. We're just planning to take and go knight g4 once again. I think it's super strong. Bishop c5, h6. We got rook coming there eventually. Castle, long castle if I can. Looks overwhelming. Okay, interesting. Let's go d6. Okay, we're definitely going to be able to get our setup here. Maybe our opponent, I was going to say, is playing this. Because if you're going to play the hippo, I think you would start with one of the bishops. So, interesting. It was the hippo after all. Did not expect that. All right, let's go. a5, bishop f8 here. Always capturing with the pawn. Let's go knight c5. We might see this from the opponent. Not everyone at this rating understands that 2 pieces for a rook and a pawn are like, that's definitely a poor trade, but yep, as predicted, he does go for it. This is very, very good for us. Even though the value is the same, it's 6 points for 6 points of material. If you're in an endgame, maybe deep into an endgame, it's possible that the rook and the pawn could overperform against the minor pieces, but that's not something I would count on at all. The minor pieces, especially in the middle game, like we see here, should do very well. Okay, this is going to be a very, very strong continuation. This is a tough pin to get out of. H3 always loses a pawn. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how you get out of this pin now. Knight e4, knight g5 is a winning plan. And what did I say? You can't really get out of the pin, so... His version of getting out of it is losing a piece, but... no, that's not going to be good enough. Maybe he'll take on c5, not realize that we got the bishop tucked. I can definitely see that happening. But yeah, this is really a product of that decision to give away 2 minor pieces, especially an amazing bishop from b2. Give it away for just my rook, honestly. Ooh, rook d1 is not going to be a very successful move. Let's play a nice, good habits move here. Bishop e7 and rook d8. Looks extremely good. Yep, he's just blundering everything at this point. It's too much. It's too much. Way too much. GG. Although, if we're being honest, not a very good game. Yeah, basically, I think at this rating, you have to understand the value of pieces, even though it's a 6 for 6 trade. This is, I would say, constitutes a double question mark. Like, this is just a straight up blunder. And it's weird that same amount of material value for the same amount of material value equal 100%, nothing to it, no tricky math, is actually just a blunder. But I believe it is. Yeah, you really can never be giving away 2 pieces like that in the opening. You know, that fried liver stuff, once you're castled, they just take it anyway on f7. At least that has the benefit of displacing your king. Here, no, this is terrible. Unsurprisingly, and probably good for him, healthy, he lost very soon after, so hopefully he'll stop doing that. Okay, we start with knight f3, then we bring the knight out, then we go e4 when we can take back with a pawn. I like c3 early against knight c6. And yeah, we're going for all the same moves as usual. Bishop f1, one of my faves. Knight c4, pretty much had this exact game before. I assume we're going to see this. No, just bishop there, or sorry, pawn there. So I think just go bishop f4 here. If the queen went there, I might have repositioned, gone h3, bishop e3. But for now, next move, rook d1, using the d6 square. Looks like a very nice plan. And my knight's happy on c4 with a4 played. Yeah. The reason I'm able to play so quickly is because I've literally had this position before. I know against this structure, we want to play e4. And yeah, this is completely winning now. It really is that easy. I honestly didn't do anything in this game that I didn't do in a previous game. Yeah, I mean, that's just depression at that point. Not a very good position at all. We're basically going to go here. The queen's going to have to go back. We're going to move the bishop. We're going to put the knight on d6. It's over. Okay, with the knight, d3, knight d2. Starting to get used to this. Knight there, we can go here, and once again, that capture on f2 will not be too dangerous. Okay, here, I think queen c2, takes. And yeah, we're just about ready to play like b4, a4, I think. Protecting this pawn. Okay, he does go a5. So we're going to play a4. As usual, there's really no move that we don't make on the queen side. So if he's going here and we can't play b4, well, you already know what move we're going to make. Should we go here? Maybe h3 just to see what's going on with this bishop. So we can go back, but then I can't move the knight because of the pressure there. So it might be time to go like this. Bishop e3 maybe to deal with the bishop. Bring this rook to d1. I suspect we may see this. Looks like a good move. I like bishop f1 now. Sort of defends that. I wonder if we'll see it again. Okay. It's possible that our opponent wants to throw in a move like this, but still, we can always defend that rook with pieces. So I find it hard to believe. Okay, he does go there. At least it's a little bit more thoughtful. Yeah, most likely he's going to hang his queen here. I can feel that happening. But yeah, it's just not good. 2 pieces for the rook is not good. Yeah, like I said, I could feel him hanging his queen from a couple moves away. And he doesn't even get that. And maybe he's gonna play f4. Yeah, not surprising. One mistake after another. People continue, even at this rating, to just play like knight takes e4, not realizing that 2 pieces for the rook is not good at all. They gotta stop doing that. A big reminder for everyone here. That is not an equal trade, not even remotely. You have to have very specific circumstances there. Believe me, there are some games that maybe you've seen like the strongest players in the world. Yes, they'll play rook and pawn for 2 pieces, but like the coordination has to be perfect. The pawn structure has to dominate the pieces. Probably there's many pieces traded. It's so specific. You have to be very strong in order to realize the conditions that are necessary for that to be good, because 99 times out of 100, it's bad. All right, knight f6. I feel like we've seen this before. I'm threatening e4, so hopefully he should stop it. Yep, even if it's an accident. I'll go c6, mainly because knight c4, I want to have an answer. I want to be able to defend this pawn. He may bring the knight there. We're probably going to need to play g6 this game. Adding more support to this pawn. Once again, preparing for this move. We could play b5, but not only is a4 really strong against it, but I can also anticipate that after this, if I go like that, he may actually take. So I think that's what we're going to do here. I'll go here, knight here, I'll go back, and maybe we'll get the same blunder. The guy sort of thinks that 2 pieces for the rook is good. We'll find out. But this is also a tuck that we want to do. Feels good. Knight e3, we have g6. Again, being very careful not to allow the knights to jump everywhere. Okay, goes knight there. If we go here and then g6, again, a4 kind of hits us. I can tell that he wants to play this, but for the moment, I was gonna say I'm not entirely convinced by it. We can also maybe go knight c5. Okay, goes a4. Yeah, I think we'll go g6. Again, f4 I just don't believe. Maybe we can go bishop g7 as well. I don't know if he's planning to take that, but it should not be a move. At least at the moment. Let's go here. Obviously we don't have any expansion here. Our knight and our three pieces are sort of tied down. Like he is attacking. Do we go here? Could then bring the bishop back. I think at this point I'm almost tempted to go there, but I think I am going to hold off. One thing about this is I cannot play knight e6 in every situation. It may hang this, but then we can jump in. Okay, so he makes a move that I think makes a lot of sense. Let's bring the bishop out just because he's not able to play h3 right away. He gets out of the pin. I think he's playing a good game. We have this bishop that I'm assuming he notices. Knight on h5 needs to return to action here. We can't actually do this. Now this pawn for real is attacked. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't have an easy defense. So we're gonna go for this one and then probably get the bishop up. We have the bishop pair, but you know, he's strengthened his center as well. And this knight coming back runs into problems. Okay, I know this doesn't look very nice, but I'm going to play c5. And if I can hold strong for one move, we play b6, and then I think we're all good. Like, then truly everything is defended. But I think there may be some problems with it. He goes here. I feel like that's not the right idea. Yeah, we have this. I was going to say we have it covered. I'm kind of expecting him to just blunder it, and he does. Okay, he's starting to play probably a little bit too fast, but it's understandable why. For example, this blunder I can say probably looks tempting to him. Looks so tempting to blunder, doesn't it? Okay. We'll go here. This should get a queen trade, which is nice. Any other move gets mated, so he definitely has to grab that. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. GG. I thought our opponent here played a pretty good game overall. Right? Like, we had to be a little bit careful to make sure that e-pawn like stayed defended, all of our pieces. It was not something that I would say was a easy win. e4, we respond with d6. Always take your tempo against the e-pawn. Knight takes e4 here. Watch out for queen a4. Oh, wait. There's a c-pawn there. So definitely take it. Feel like we might see c3 here. Oh, okay. Well, this looks pretty decent for us. If we play knight here, I think there's a way that maybe it might be hard to play e5. Trying to see, because I think e5 now is honestly the correct move. If this happens, oh, actually, wow. I was thinking if this happens, like we just take with the bishop, but that's my bad. I didn't realize that that pawn was hanging. So in the end, e5 didn't make any sense, and we probably could have got away with just knight d7. But It's not like it's a blunder. It's actually a blunder catch, so we didn't make that mistake. But anyway, when your opponent blunders a center pawn, I think it's fair to say things will probably not look like they usually do. Let's get that damn bishop off the board. It's a strong piece. It's a good attacker. He'll be happy to see that. I know he's a opposite sides castling enjoyer. I can just tell. I can tell. Okay, let's try to gain a little bit of time, maybe. Bring the rook over. We should be in a pretty good spot here. I feel like he's trying to do that. And yes, he is. Bishop d8, just to make sure the rook can see things more clearly. Can only expect this. Wow, it goes that way. Interesting. Actually, there may have been this, although the bishop hangs in the end, so perhaps not. You know, honestly, you can probably take that. Not really seeing a specific problem with just yoinking that. There's all sorts of things hanging now. If we take check, knight there, but if we take on f3, we're still threatening the other piece. But yeah, this is just too good because the bishop goes to g6 after and it feels impossible to lose. Okay. Bishop g5, I would say next. Rook on h2 is attacked. And after a very logical knight there, I can see queen f5 leading to checkmate, actually. Knight here. Take it back. I don't know. I can see this being missed pretty easily. First of all, it's hard to defend. I think he can defend it, but yeah, I can just see that it's not what you would expect. Queen f5 looks like it's just attacking the knight, moving out of the way, but supported by the bishop, it's actually a checkmate threat. Not much to say about this, guys. Just a free pawn early on. Take it. Take it and keep it moving. Okay. And we will take with the queen here just because knight takes allows that. Probably not what we want to do. And even though it loses time here, I am actually going to go all the way back just because if I develop my bishop, I was not enjoying that my queen would be on the outside of it. So I'm going to keep it more standard, bring our queen right back where we're used to it being in all of these systems. And yeah, now we're just playing our setup. If we see a5, guess what? We'll play a4. That's been the case in every single game we've played so far. Every single one. Here, I'm still going to play a4, but it happens to be maybe useful as well. Okay, not sure where this is going. He might miss that's covered. Queen here also runs into bishop e3, so he's kind of trapping his queen. I think no matter what here, all these squares are covered. And I didn't do anything. I just developed my pieces. It's his fault he trapped his queen. I was going to play these moves anyway. Blame yourself, buddy. I'm not out here trying to trap your queen. Like, this was not my fault. Let's stop bishop c5. Playing this because I'm not sure. I don't really want him to play a5 because if I push, he kind of gains access to that square, which looks like a really powerful square. So I feel like if I keep him off of that square, then we should be doing pretty well. Definitely looking at f4 as a pretty good move here. Yeah, I think he's trying to push this. That's the vibe I'm getting. Knight here, bishop f3, and should be able to eliminate this knight. Yeah, I think here we also have this move, which is a great one, but I'm always a big fan of h4 in these spots. I mean, it's different if you had a queen on the board. I might be a bit more scared, but h4 means that I'm threatening g3 without the pawn hanging, and he can't take it because of g3. So it's kind of, it's good no matter what. We have g3 coming. Yeah, I figured, like, this is obviously a move that's going to make someone play bishop takes. But we did just win a piece there. g6 looks hard to refuse, but he would do himself a favor if he did c6. And, oh man, the pieces, they're going to come crashing in here. Everything's arriving on like one square, which is f7. Now, to be fair, he's got the knights and the rook defending, but yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's going to be able to refuse g6. GG, Carl. I wouldn't have been able to refuse it either, buddy, so don't worry. An opening victory. Any of these, like London or Caro-Kann, where the bishop comes out, we're getting the bishop pair a lot. And notice how I'm happy to even lose all this time, bringing my queen all the way back, because our setup is just so strong that I constantly want to have it exactly like that. Now, in this case, he just like force traps his queen. Oops. And it's not really a game after that. But you can see, I mean, knight c4 is coming, bishop e3. h3 is there, so we don't have to worry about knight g4. Rook to d1. Such an easy position. Such an easy position. Knight f3. Move number one every time. d3 next. Knight d2 and then e4. Not e4 right away because the queens get traded for no reason. But knight bd2. Okay, he's really in the tank here. He might just be MIA entirely. Oh, he's back. Speak of the devil. I think he's got some shoddy internet right here, so hopefully it improves. Let's go for e4. Typical. As we get to higher ratings, you'll notice people are not just going to be taking this pawn. But for now, it happens quite a bit. All you have to know is that you take back with the pawn every single time. And there we go. There's another example. Now, oh no. That is like, people think this is a tactic. Like, makes no sense. You lost a piece, dude. Me moving my king is not equivalent to losing a piece. That's not how this works. Here, 95 long castle could be kind of like a mistake, I guess. Like a position we don't really want to allow. Okay, probably go here to support the knight. It's a good looking move. So I'm going to go here. It's going to get defended. Then I'm going to go here. And my plan is to take and go 95 or something. Hopefully that works. Yeah, knight here, this is still something, so I'm probably going to go with this line. Maybe rook c7, this knight takes. Yeah, so I think he made the right decision. This definitely exists. At the moment, knight takes d7 is pretty strong, so I expect he'll play like rook c7. But alternatively, this looks, mildly interesting. Interesting. Okay, I respect rook d5. I do. I think we have this escape and this escape. So, because both of them I don't think can be covered, we should get out. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely predicted this. It's just people are used to this being like, oh, now you can't take me. Well, I'm going to still move there, though. We're going side to side, taking all the pawns. That's going to be GG. Not much to say once again. Just, this is 1150. At this point, I'm starting to think we don't know how the pieces move. The only explanation that I can think of is that it's the same as the 900s that we were battling, where they kept hanging their knight and then trading queens, thinking that, oh, my king having to move is somehow worth a knight. Like, I don't know. That's my best explanation. Okay, we'll take our tempo. The amount of pawns we win in the center of the board, it's really remarkable. All right. Sticking with the tried and true. Probably a4, although, okay, he jumps out with a4 himself. Kind of weird. You can definitely go here and say, you know, we're happy if you capture. You can also go to f6. And both look pretty good, so. I'll do this one. We are pinned here, so I wouldn't say I'm threatening knight b3 or anything like that. Rook on c8. Definitely makes sense. We've got h6 we can play. Yeah, b3 takes, rook b1 I can definitely see. Not only does it hang the rook, but also the bishop. Okay, bishop there. I mean, this looks like it pretty much forces rook b1. You have to hang your rook. Damn it. This guy's too good. Not hanging your rook there, the grounds for an appeal. I assume that was like a given. Maybe bishop here as well. We have this hanging, so I'm entirely sure that's possible. But in the interest of knight f5, probably makes quite a bit of sense for him to do that. Yeah, I think he's definitely planning this with knight f5 coming, so I'll respect that and go back. As long as we stop knight f5, we're not really going to lose. Yeah, we have this, but queen there, so I think we'll just stick to something simple. He's doing a good job not blundering rook b1. I was almost like sure that he was going to do it. Keep everything nice and together. I don't know about this. The nice thing about this bishop is that the second that the knight goes anywhere, boom, take. And this should be enough. The knight is just stationed so well. All these pawns can be picked up one by one. Can take this. And should be mate in 1 or 2. In this case, 1. GG to our captain here. I can't even remember what this game was. Oh, another one. I don't know what to say. They're just, I mean, look, hanging pawn on move 4. If I'm showing you guys an opening where you're winning pawn on move 4, you already can't complain. I'm setting you up for success here. What happens after this is up to you. But I'm only doing you a favor. Let's go knight f3. Again, happy to take that. Okay, let's some queenside expansion here. If he plays something like, I don't know, trying to sack on h3, the nice thing is bishop f1 always covers that as well. Okay, he is offering us the center pawn. Goes without saying that we're gonna take it. I think let's take that. Always capturing in the center with a pawn. Let's watch out for knight takes on b4 by just playing this. We should be in good shape. Knight e5 f4 is a very strong response. Yeah, because he can't go to any squares here, so kind of has to go back where he came from. And knight f3, e5, these kind of moves start to do some damage. Especially like f5 just gets hurt by bishop there, knight g5. Ooh. Yeah, so this one doesn't quite win, but let's just say right now he's not threatening to take that pawn. I don't think he's threatening to take it. Because of the pretty unpleasant looking knight g5. There's queen e4 here. There's bishop c4. There's a lot of pretty good looking moves. Hard to say which one I prefer. I feel absolutely spoiled for choice here. I think we'll keep it simple. Simple and safe. With e6 and f5. G5 is kind of a bait move, like we're hoping he plays it because it attacks us, but it's really not very helpful for him. Eyeballing that square. Okay, he does go here. Ooh, I definitely expected that. Damn. I was about to say we can give the position a go. If king there takes, I was probably going to sack my queen and just let her rip. Does not end up happening. I feel like this is, wow. You know, you see a move like that, you just know that a guy means business. King to h1. It's like, damn. This guy knows what he's doing. Queen there, probably e7. This is a move that I sort of think of without calculating, just because I'm like, okay, if I open the bishop on the king, truly the best possible things are about to happen, right? kind of like this. Threatening checkmate here. And I think knight d6 next, and rook e8 is almost like, almost play it no matter what. Because he'll find queen, yeah, I was going to say. He'll find queen f8, no problem. But now, I don't know if there's anything to do about this. Knight e7. And it runs into the same problem. And yeah, with queen g8 coming here, I don't have a recommendation for him. Good game. And we do at last become a 1200. GG's. Successful grind. Another 100 in the books. Yeah, as I always say, anytime someone's fianchettoing, it has no bearing on your setup. Try to take that bishop pair. Very standard. Queenside pawns coming. Tuck the bishop. You're getting used to it. And by this point, I've done all my normal moves, and the guy's blundering a center pawn. So you don't even have to think. I'm giving you all the moves. You play all of them. By that point, your opponent's probably going to mess something up, especially if he's under 1200, right? 15 moves without a mistake by 1200 is already impressive. So, you know, we just do this and, hey, grab the center pawn here. Life's already easy. It's been working nicely. I think it's a very, very easy system to play. It has the added benefit that so many people are blundering knights in the middle of the board. Like, I can't explain it. But yeah, even if you don't get any serious blunders like free pieces or whatever, the positions just seem easy to play. Thank you for making it to the end of this episode of the Philidor Speedrun. This opening has been super successful for me, and I hope you guys are experiencing the same elo boost. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss our next upload. I'll see you guys in the next one.